Yo, this is 3D Up Close and Personal.
I'm David.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Darryl. 3D Up Close and Personal.
We have a returning guest, Critical. And today, episode 17, Living Together.
Living together here in our home. Start a new chapter in the relationship zone. Shacking up, playing house. Common law marriage, but I'm not your spouse. I'm feeling good about you. It makes my heart sing. Maybe one day I'll get that ring.
Household duties. Sometimes women say, you didn't take out the tray. You didn't do this. You didn't pick up your socks when you came in. For those who smoke, you didn't dump the ashtray. You left dirty dishes in the sink. Household duties, they should be delegated.
I definitely have an article on that. The relationship saving ways to split chores with your partner. Number 1, discuss your frustrations when you and your partner are calm, which is always great. When people are angry, nobody's listening. Be understanding of each of your histories. So, certain traumas and the ways that things were done when you were growing up. I think that's great to take into consideration because everybody grew up differently, and different expectations.
Exactly.
Account for every chore that needs to be done. Pick specific days to complete household chores. Don't criticize how they choose to accomplish those chores. Consider hacking them together. I guess they're splitting up a chore instead of one person wash, one person dry. And then keep the dialogue open with your partner about if there want to be any changes of people who want to change duties or just any feelings of resentment. Show gratitude, and last but not least, hire someone else to do it.
If it's in budget. David, what about you? How did you do household duties when you did household duties?
You got to have time that you spend together with the person before you fully move in or you fully buy in with that living partner and have what I call as a dress rehearsal. You need to see how is this person's values as far as housekeeping is concerned. You need to find out really how nasty is your partner.
I'm not nasty. I'm just a little messy sometimes.
And do you guys match in terms of tastes and ethics of environment? Some people are very laid back. And then some people are neat freaks. You gotta check out each other's values. Maybe go to an Airbnb for a weekend or a few days, or maybe go on a week vacation someplace. See what the house is looking like after a while. That way you can kind of get into some communication before you really launch out into the deep.
Sounds like David's got the white jacket on with a clipboard, paper, and pencil. He's doing a serious evaluation.
Well, maybe I'd spend a night over our house, but see, that could be illusional because all the time they try to reel you in the relationship.
You need some days.
Really? You need more than a week to check out your potential move-in partner.
You need to go in there like Columbo.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the detective from the TV show?
I'm telling you, man. I'm thinking from experience. There's one reason why some people keep it dark in their home all the
time. Critical, you don't know what you're talking about. I keep the lights down low because I like the ambience.
If you turn on the lights, you'll see it. Hey, everything comes to the light.
You find out how nasty it is, you might have the heebie-jeebies and don't want to sit down. Like, my touch may be contaminated. Oh, my goodness.
And you be like, oh, man, I'm in the doggone hog yard.
Digressing for just a hot second, I used to work a nightclub, and some of the waitresses worked there. I thought they were attractive. That was during the winter months. We got to work at 7 during the summer, spring months. I saw them outside on the natural light. I'm not using drugs or alcohol. I'm sober as heck. And they look nice under that low light.
You came to the conclusion that they were only going to be your coworkers.
The opposite is true too. I was dating this one shawty, man. I would get a glass of water and I would put my glass down just for a second and turn my back, leave it there in place without putting it away or cleaning up. And she'd be like,
how dare you? You're messing my house up already.
That's a compulsive disorder.
You got the people at the extreme of nastiness. You got the people at the extreme of obsessive, compulsive behavior about cleanliness. You just really, two people got to really check out each other's values.
It's really just supposed to be teamwork. Most relationships, women do take on the brunt of the household work, even if they work just as much as their partner. I think it's important that people divvy up the chores, whether you base it off of strengths, weaknesses, swapping days out, things like that. But you really have to have two people that are going to be willing to work at a plan and stick to it.
Danielle, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You give me the impression that you're the type all scripted out and everything, or you like that for real?
I can attempt to be like that, but like I mentioned, you have to have somebody who's willing to be a participant in that.
She can make all the plans, but will they be willing to follow?
Living with you, being with you in our house.
It's hard to get people to sit down and discuss things, even in a professional situation. You used to have family, like when you were in a household, you have family discussions, at dinner. You talk about what's going on in the house, things of that nature, and who's not taking care of their job. When the last time we planned a meal with our mate, dinner? I know Darryl, he likes romance. He's a romantic dude. So he's trying to have a romantic dinner every time he have dinner.
There was a woman I was dating and I didn't commit. And she got mad. It was one summer afternoon. I gave her a bubble bath and candles. And then we had dinner.
He made a real good meal: chicken strips, baked potato, salad, and iced tea.
That was nice. I like a man to fix me dinner.
Darryl, she was mad at you. What did she say?
You think you're romantic in your favorite fish sticks.
Oh my gosh.
There was chicken strips. There wasn't no fish. You just mad at me. Take time to plan out with a significant other about having, dinner. And then when you do have dinner, phones down so we can talk. How was your day?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I found something about cooking together. It says that it deepens the foundation of your bond. It creates positive memories, and it helps you focus on the simple things, taking out that time.
I mean, that's so sweet, but you know something? That don't work. Let me tell you something. The reason it doesn't work is because somebody's going to get disgruntled. Some people, when they cook, tornadoes going on. They have to have every pot, pan, a big mess and leave it for somebody else.
Hey, Critical, it sounds like you've been to Hell's Kitchen.
You have those clean up as they go when they cook, which is pretty cool to work with. But usually the one that doesn't like to do any other clean is the one that always claims that we make a good team.
We do, as long as you clean.
It can work if you have the two willing participants, like Danielle was saying. Two people have to do that together.
If it's one person that like to cook and they like to just tear the whole kitchen up, it'd be nice if they really tear all the kitchen up, that they cook wonderfully, hopefully, if they're going to go through all that.
They asked me, could I burn in the kitchen? I said yes. The fire department came to put it out.
Hopefully you have somebody that they're paired and coupled up with that likes to clean. So one person is the cooker and the other person is the cleaner. Just like with finances, usually you got somebody that makes all the money and you got somebody that spends all the money. You got to have people that complement each other.
Living together here in our home. Start a new chapter in the relationship zone.
Man cave, she shed, office or personal space.
A clear breakdown of she shed
and man caves.
Both are personal retreats, but with different vibes and themes.
Man cave can be bold, masculine, and entertainment focused.
A she shed can be feminine or cozy decor.
Both are about personal space,
but the mood and style are totally different.
Some people may live in small spaces where they don't have room for a man cave or she shed. They may live in a tiny house where they just have a little corner. They grab their laptop and say, hey, this is my space. I'm over here. I'm doing my time out.
Having a corner with like a partition or like a little divider wall is like a great way to make yourself some space when you don't have a lot.
Everybody needs some alone space. I like a lot of alone time. And I think that's one of the reasons why some of my relationships didn't work. I didn't give enough time. I needed more personal time than they were willing to accept.
They want 5 or 6 hours, and you might give them 2.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality of time.
If a man appreciates his solitude and his time alone, he might be in a house where his old lady kick him out the house.
You need to leave and get out of here.
And then he's like, great. I feel like the rabbit in the briar patch. This is what I wanted in the first place. Let me get out of here.
I think it just depends on the person. I think everybody has different needs and different wants, when it comes to have a personal space. It's healthy, but also I think that, taking into account like how much time you're spending alone and what exactly you're doing with your time alone And how is that influencing your relationship as a whole?
In some relationships, like older guys do it too, but there's some younger guys do it. They play video games. When they wrapped up in the game, they ain't left the house, but they wrapped up in the games. The woman, she is watching TV or she's on her phone doing social media or whatever she's doing. But he wrapped up in that video game where he's doing online gaming.
It's a large gap when people get too caught up in different things. You're living together. It says to be open to silence. It's okay to be in the same room and not speaking. You don't have to fill the void. Create spaces where you can reset or take time apart. Change up your schedule. Go outside of your routines and give each other a feeling to be an individual. And it definitely talk about what you need as a whole.
So it's really back to communication. Closet space. That could be kind of challenging.
It's over with, man.
I don't understand. Please explain yourself. This is getting confusing.
You cannot win.
That's true.
Let me give you a little insight of my observation. This is what I observed. I have 8 sisters.
8 sisters? Man, you were outnumbered. How'd you survive?
8 different personalities, but yet they have something in common. All of them. They break the bars in the closets because they don't donate, and they just have stuff they keep buying.
We're women. We shop. We buy clothes. That's the way it is. You'll have to accept it.
They have all the closets. I had one sister, every closet in the house. She had a full house, every closet. Her husband, his stuff was sitting out different places.
Hey, it's my house and he lives here, right, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I right, Danielle?
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I've never had an issue in my relationships with closet space. I always had more than my partners anyway, so it wasn't like a huge issue. I guess that's definitely true. I definitely do tend to hold on to old things that may not fit now, but it's going to fit in the future.
You laugh now, but wait till I get my sexy back. All those smaller clothes will come in handy.
You know, life you go through change. It's good to have smaller sizes and larger sizes. Things happen.
Yeah, it was a good winter. We laid up and watched Netflix and we were snacking and eating.
I just agree with Critical. When they finish with us, we're lucky we have a sock drawer left or something like that. They take over.
It happens. Sharing bathroom.
I don't like it. They always blame the pissy smell on men.
Wait a minute. Who is standing up? Maybe you need to work on your aim, buddy. Or maybe sit down like us all the time.
Let me explain it.
Okay.
They wipe every time. Instead of throwing it in the toilet, they throw it in the trash can. And then they say,
Men have been standing up to use the restroom since they were 3, and they still haven't got it right.
I learned because, like I said, 8 sisters, you learn to let the seat down, let it up, let it down.
Most people just put tissue in the toilet. That sounds like an idiosyncrasy. Hey, we all got them, man. Come on. I'm hearing John Lynch in the background. We're just ordinary people. We're going to stay focused on the bathroom timing. Somebody might be taking a shower, and then nature calls, and it's calling hard.
I mean, you gotta go. I don't really know what you gotta do. I mean, if it's extreme, you can hold it. There's really only 2 options.
Once that steam from the shower hit the air, man, that's it.
Oh, God, something crawled up and died in you.
That was the dinner you cooked last night.
Some of them will come in the bathroom while you're taking a dump and want to kiss you.
Oh, you must have interesting women. Just
One of our best episodes yet. Let me ask you something.
Would you take her home to mama?
I don't know. She may be a great woman.
That woman has no sense of boundaries. The same woman you take home may go in your mom's kitchen and look in the pot on the stove.
You open the pot in somebody else's house? I've seen it done. It wasn't my girlfriend, but I've seen it done.
I can't say it's just women or crazy women because my ex did stuff like that. He didn't care. You come to the bathroom and try to have a conversation while you on the toilet. And I'm like, dude, for real?
Girl, that don't bother me. You my stinky.
He says it don't bother him, but wait till you have a blowout argument. He might say yours stink too.
Sleeping peacefully.
Oh, man, nothing like sleeping peacefully.
But the thing is, in relationships, somebody might snore. Somebody, because of their digestive tract, they may have bad gas. It's so strong, it wakes you up out the middle of the night.
Oh, my God. He's rot gut. That was silent but deadly.
Or you got different work time. The husband or the man, he's got to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work and the woman sip.
Sometimes people have these personal habits of just, if they're feeling restless, one of the partners might be up just messing around on their phone or messing around on their tablet, and then the light is shining and just causing distraction to the sleep environment.
So they have the sleep number big at the snore. At a different angle, they say that it's the possibility that the snoring can stop.
Well, let me give you some old school that I got from our elders. They had arrangements where they had their own bedroom. You know, the husband and wife, they had their own space. They don't visit each other. I know a couple like that now. You know,
they visit for relations and then they leave.
Yeah,
man, I had a situation like that with a partner that I was with. Man, she was a wonderful lover in bed, but man, when it was time to go to sleep, man, I went in the baby's room because I knew that snoring was about to start up.
Especially if you put it down, she's knocked out.
Maybe I should have been more proud of myself.
You went to sleep in the baby's room. That says a lot about her snore.
Yeah.
I think it's personal preference when it comes down to sleeping. I'm saying that it can be good to have separate rooms. It can be good. Some people just to sleep part of the night together. You know, maybe start off sleeping together, getting ready for bed, and then, you know, if it gets too crazy in the middle of the night, you go your separate ways.
Some couples, the woman, I don't know, maybe guys might like it too, but the woman, she wants to be snuggled. They want to cuddle. They call it spooning. You put two spoons together and they sit sideways.
Spooning or snuggling, I like that. It gives me a sense of closeness.
I don't have a problem with snuggling. I can't do it all night long because 98.6 plus 98.6 heat, so I'm hot and sweat.
I love it. Nothing like just being laid up like that. You can do it for a little while because after a while, you know, it becomes expected. And when it's not, then it becomes a problem. You can't be there all the time. Like I said, I love it, but man don't work, he don't eat.
I think overall, when it really comes to talking about this living thing, that it's just about having set expectations. I actually found something about 7 rules to follow for living together, and I think this covers all the bases. So it says, set expectations for cleanliness. Talk about the division of chores. Don't spend all your time together. Don't ask them to get rid of their belongings. Accept that some of their habits will annoy you. Decide how you'll split the costs. And the last one, don't stop dating. And that means just keep spending time together.
Be in by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, curfew. You're right. Mace, he was a rapper years ago. He was on Brad McKnight's song one time. He said, how you going to give a woman 25 a curfew? Better have a curfew, but both have to respect, get up in age, but they still might want a girl's night out. You need to be home at a certain time, especially in this day and age. It's crazy out there. Ain't nothing out there.
Nothing but some trouble and crazy people.
If you like 30, 40, 50, you should have done it all. Or done enough that you know that, hey, that nightlife ain't what's popping. I need to go back home and get ready for the next day.
I totally agree. But, you know, there's some events that just happen later now, especially with people working. Like, it might be a concert, or a venue or something they might go to. So I think midnight, I feel like for an adult, is acceptable time to be back home when you're going out with your friends. If you know where they're going, things like that. I mean, we're in a time of trackers. Y'all really got problems like that. He can easily find out where everybody at.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? It's been a great episode. 3D Up Close and Personal with our guest today, Critical. And let's give Critical a round of applause.
Thank you.
3D Up Close and Personal.
I'm David.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Darryl. 3D Up Close and Personal. Take care.
3D Up Close and Personal, the relationship podcast, would like to thank you.
We have 17 episodes that you can listen to anytime.
We are on 21 platforms.
And we have a 4.5-star rating on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
People have tuned in from 14 different countries
and 43 cities.
Today's guest was Critical.
He is the founder and CEO of Critical Media,
a multimedia service company.
And he's also the co-host of the podcast Inevitable Return to Butter.
3D Up Close and Personal is produced by
Parks Media Group, PMG 2025, all rights reserved.
Like and subscribe and share.
3D Up Close and Personal. And don't you ever forget it.